Jew, but I could pass for a Jew. What's up, everybody?
No, you couldn't.
I know, I can't. Who was it who was giving me a shout-out with the racism and whatnot? Tyler? Where are you?
He's right here.
How you doing, buddy? I like that in 2010 we can kind of just joke about racism and whatnot. I mean, I find that shit cool. Nothing's too wrong with that. I went to a French school, and everyone was white in that school, so I was the visible minority, and I kind of got picked on, like, whatever was called out for. But since then, it's been pretty good. Up until recently, just this past Friday, I went to a house party, and my buddy Dan, who's actually not here tonight, usually he performs every Sunday as well, he's like, yeah, man, come to this party, it's gonna be fun. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I like parties. So I go to this party with him, I bring him, my other friend Dave, they're both Caucasian guys, we walk into this place, it's good. I'm the only colored guy, but usually that doesn't bug me. Until I sat down in the kitchen, and there's two guys next to me, and there's Dan here, Dave went and wandered off, and then there was an open chair next to Dan. And we were all, whatever, smoking a joint, passing around, having a great time. It was great, it was pleasant. Until this one guy walks into the room, and he made shit mad awkward. He came in, and he had like kind of like a handicap swag about him, or whatever, right? And he had his hat completely to the side, his pants all baggy, and then he sits down next to Dan in the open chair, and takes it upon himself to go up to me and be like, yo, what's up, son? What up, dog? What? I'm just like, okay, and I let it slide. I'm like, that's cool. I'm over it, whatever. He's having a good time, he's at a party, he's drunk, whatever. And then Dan looks over and noticed that he was texting somebody, and then he turns to me and he's like, yo, Marcel, this guy just texted his buddy saying there's a black guy at the party. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up, but whatever, you know what? Let it slide. I'm over that shit, you know what? He's drunk, he's having a good time, and there is a black guy at the party, so whatever. So then, later on, he's like, his buddies are laughing from across the way, so I guess those were the guys he had texted, and they're just like, and like pointing my way, but I'm like Gandhi without a diaper, I'm chill, I'm whatever, I'm like, whatever, man, I'm not gonna let that shit bug me. That's fine. And then Dan got upset, he's like, man, he's like, you should do something, man, that's fucked up. They're calling you out, man, that shit's fucked up. And I'm like, you know what, Dan, it's okay, you know what, some people are, they're less tolerant of our colored people, they're ignorant when they drink, that's fine, whatever, right? But then this one guy with really bad acne, who's really short, he comes up to me from the group of guys that were laughing, and he did the most racist thing I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen it before, and I still don't know what the fuck it means. But he comes up to me, just looks at me, and does this. And I fucking lost it. My black side just came out, and I looked at him straight face and said the most niggerish thing I could ever say. I was like, have you ever been shot before? And then the whole crowd was silent. Everybody was on my side up until that point. Everyone kind of felt bad for me until I said that shit. And then Dan was even like, whoa, what the fuck? Even my white side was like, whoa, what the fuck? So then I stand up and I'm really getting in this guy's face. And I'm like, yo, motherfucker, what? You ever been shot? Bullets, blah, 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 blah. I'm getting all niggerish in this guy's face. And then because his buddies are starting to back him up because I got mad niggerish at the party, he's like, yo, whatever, man. Yo, whatever, man. And then he pokes me. And I was like, yo, don't touch me, son. And then he pokes me again. I'm like, touch me again and see what happens. Touch me again and see what happens. And then he reaches over and hits me in the back of the head. So I start getting shots in this kid, and then his friends quickly break it up, and then we go outside. And it's just me and Dan, and Dan's like, yo, where the fuck is Dave? We gotta get the fuck out of here, man. This shit is all, it's too much, man. I can't be here anymore. And he's freaking out. And I'm talking shit to everybody at the party like, yeah, what up, motherfucker? I keep it real. I don't give a fuck. And then right as I was saying that, just driving up everybody, I saw the same little acne kid leave the bar with a bunch of goons. Leave the house with a bunch of goons with a bottle in his hand. And I got real and I was like, oh shit. And then Dan looks at me, he's like, Marcel, you're gonna get bottled. And then moves away. And then he goes around the house and he comes back. And then I find one of his friends just to like kind of make peace. Like, yeah, man, I'm real sorry, man. I'm not a fighter. Yeah, no, man. I was just, I've been drinking and shit. I'm a comedian, man. I don't fucking fight. I don't do any of that shit. And then the kid comes around, he finds me, and he's about to bottle me. And then his friend takes the bottle and he's like, I was totally down to bottle that guy. Whatever, right? And then his friend is all like, yo, you guys should squash this beef. You should squash this beef. I'm like, I don't want to squash this beef. This little motherfucker started shit. He needs proactive. All that, blah, blah, blah. And then he squashes the beef. And I was like, hey, you know what? It's 2010. We all need to start loving each other and shit. So what I did is I shook his hand, and then I went and had sex with a white girl. Thank you very much. My name is Marcel Williams.
Did you just coin a phrase on stage right there? I've never heard niggerish before.
Niggerish. You know what? I didn't make that up. But knick-knock is also a good word to use.
I thought you were just making shit up and use it 3 times so it sticks. I thought that's what just happened there.
Oh, you know what? If it's not copywritten,
There's a niggerish set for Marcel Williams, everybody, right there. He did real well.